Hello everybody, I'm here with a rail full of Sundays and Tuesdays. It's my assistant Katie. You rarely see because one of us is looking after the kids or the other one's at work generally. Katie insisted on being in this video, but I haven't turned her microphone on. So people get confused between the Sunday jacket and Tuesday jacket. So do I sometimes. There is a bit of a difference. I'll just do that right at the beginning just because then that's answered that question. Sunday jacket is, we made it, I think it's like the second or third item we ever made. And we've made it ever since then. It's made generally in a hand-loom, naturally dyed fabric. And just as we were going through boxes of the sample sale, we found this, which was the original vintage shape that we used. Yeah, show the camera. The original vintage, it was an old JCPenney's one. And we just took the pattern one for one from it. The pattern, I think any good design has changed slightly over time. It's got a little bit longer, sometimes a little bit shorter, wider, all that. But that's the original. It's gorgeous, really, really beautiful. And it's kind of, in terms of shape, it's boxy and wide. These jackets functionally were boxy and wide for good reason. You can see the pleats down the front. People often ask what the point of those were because this is old workwear and there's nothing in on workwear that's decorative generally or very, very little. Everything usually has function and purpose. And what would happen is, let's go closer. You see these pleats? There's pleats here, then they're sewn down, and then at the back, there and there as well. What would happen is during the winter, the idea is that you can snip this stitch line, and then these pleats will give you an inch or two extra space, and the same at the back. Usually when you see them cut, they're not usually sewn back up again, or they're generally, I don't really see very many that are cut at all. Do you see many at all? And then rarer is to see them cut and sewn and cut and sewn. I feel like it's a bit extra to expect that. But the original one is selvage. It's got this really interesting curved details. Everything that's good about this is transposed onto this and remains on here. So that's the Sunday jacket. Some people didn't love how cropped it is, even though it's not super cropped in modern ones. So we made the Tuesday jacket, which is another type 2. These are type 2 jackets. This is from a different vintage shape, but this one is a little bit longer and narrower. I say narrow, but it's not actually narrow at all, right? It's quite, these are also boxy and baggy and sloppy story style. Features the same pleats, but they're just, all the details are a little bit different. This one is a hand woven, naturally dyed tie fabric. This one is Indian, and this one is denim. It's a lot darker. They feel very different. This one's got a dry hand feel, a little bit more linen-y, hempy, papery. This is softer, neppier, very sumptuous, fluffy. And then we have patterned ones that we do. This is hand woven too, in a check. If you go back and look at old French farm stuff, Japanese farm wear, even Americana stuff, you see a lot of these kinds of checks, but just less so often, and they didn't really survive. So this is a very vintage homage, but also feels like really playful and modern. Sounds like I'm selling it. This is one of our best sellers ever, even though it's relatively new in the Story Ritchie family, the wobbly waffle. We have real trouble keeping these in stock. In this fabric, basically, in anything, but especially in our Sundays and Tuesday jackets. Oh, we've got a couple of new ones. The reason that we've got those all racked up is because we've got a couple of new ones in by demand. The first one being this black, very neppy, hand woven. There's a couple of bits of those little white bits are not part of the product. We've been snipping stuff. Black, very, very textured. And then this one, I don't know, the antidote to that. It's called the sand colour, but Jessie here keeps calling it butter, which I think is nicer. Problem is, the labels all say butter already. No, say sand already. So we're calling it sand. Heavy, again, I'm going to say texture a million times. This is like the wobbly waffle, but I don't know, what would you call it?
Summer version.
Summer. It's not summer because it's so heavy. The angelic version of it. Anything you think I missed? Maybe I'll just try a couple of them on. Hold that. So I'm 5'10"-ish. I think I'm 5'10". I was last time I measured myself. I'm 78 kilos-ish. Last time I weighed myself. And this is how it fits on me. Of course, it's going to fit on everybody differently, even with the same measurements and same weights. This is a medium. I would actually probably wear a large, so I like things even more sloppy. I like to wear a hoodie under these. I could wear a hoodie under this now, but I like it even bigger. And of course, like things, depending on your home setup, you might use like a dryer, or you might live in a very hot country in case you'll notice all your clothes kind of shrink a little bit. Or you might live somewhere where you air dry everything and all your clothes, and you like put your clothes through a lot of wear and stuff, and you might find your clothes stretch a little bit. So you buy based on what you think. It's the black version. What is that, a medium? All of these are mediums. This is what a medium looks like on Katie, the same model. What size would you wear?
A medium.
Medium. Sunday jackets. Should I try a Tuesday jacket on? Totally different. And this is a Tuesday jacket. I could probably make it fit a little nicer. And maybe you can't see, but it's a bit narrower in the body, a little bit longer. My mum would say it's a little bit smarter.